The streets are not a myth, but the fantasy of the streets is. The streets themselves are not a myth. The pain is real. The struggle is real. The empty refrigerators are real. The sirens in the middle of the night are real. The mothers praying that their sons make it home are real. The fathers trying to figure out how to provide when opportunity feels miles away are real. The streets have always told a story, but the question we have to ask ourselves is, are we telling the true story of the streets, or are we telling the story that people want to believe? Because somewhere along the way, society created a fantasy where the streets are a kingdom, or the person with the most money has the most power, where the person with the most fear around their name has the most respect, where survival is confused with success, where pain is confused with strength. But let me tell you something. A person can be feared and still be hurting. A person can have money and still feel empty. A person can have a reputation in the streets and still lose themselves trying to protect an image that was never truly theirs. The streets don't always create legends. Sometimes the streets create survivors, and there is a difference. A survivor is someone who wakes up every day carrying battles that nobody sees. Someone who grew up around chaos, but still chose peace. Someone who had every reason to give up, but decided their story wasn't ending where they started. Someone who grew up around the streets is this. The streets will introduce you to some of the strongest people you will ever meet. Someone who grew up around to stretch a meal when there isn't enough food. People who know how to smile while carrying pain.